Okay, so I am just coming on here to really share my experience recently as it comes to when it comes to work. I'm just getting off work. I have my brain is literally fried from talking all day and exerting a lot of mental support to other people. Um, and it's a lot. So I just wanted to kind of touch on something that I feel like a lot of people could relate to, which is feeling completely burnt out and like you don't have much to give or pour into yourself after just doing what is required of you, which is work. Um, and I'm really trying to figure out a formula, a method to disrupting this pattern or like this feeling of not having enough time for self or not having enough time to really change the trajectory of how my life is going right now. And do I have a bad life? Absolutely not. I am blessed in so many ways, so many different ways. I have family, I have support, I have somewhere to stay, like I have finances in order. But even with all of those things, it is still very difficult to find my own path when it comes to doing something that genuinely brings me joy and happiness. And I know it's kind of like cheesy to like get emotional about it, but when you've been going so long doing the right thing or taking the right path or journey to get to where you are, and you really take a moment to pause and be like, dang, now I just did all of that to feel like this, and it doesn't make sense. And so if you are watching this right now and you are in a similar situation where you've been on autopilot mode for so long and now you're really taking the time to assess, how do I do things differently? How do I break free from this cycle of, just not doing what aligns with who I am as a human, how I function as a human, my personality, all of the above. Like everything that I'm doing currently for work goes against how I am how I was designed, how God designed me, my personality, everything. And I don't have it in me to continue on that path. So I am really on a journey to shift and pivot in a major way that I know will be such a reward, and I know it will be such a testimony to other people of like, oh, like I can do that too. Like I can shift the course of my career. I can shift the course of my life, my happiness when it comes to fulfillment at work in a major way. I think I would be so regretful if I didn't do anything about it, right? A lot of times I used to say, man, I'm so jealous of people who could just go to work and see work as work and do what they got to do and go home and be okay with that. Like, I'm not okay with just going to work and do what I got to do just to get through it. Like, as it stands now, I'm not okay with that. I want to find something, right, that would make sense for me to be okay with, but I'm not at that point yet. Am I doing things on a weekly basis to figure it out? Yes. So right now I am making my first coloring book. I've never made a coloring book before. It's something that I have found to be really enjoyable. So if that is something, that you can relate to, like finding something creative to put out into the world. And I want to cultivate a lifestyle where I'm putting things out into the world, but it's also helping sustain me and my family, So I just felt compelled to come on here and share. And if anyone relates to any part of what I'm sharing, please share in the comments, like the video, share it with someone who may be going through something similar. And yeah, you are not alone in this. Like, this is a really real experience. Not everyone around you will understand like the emotional turmoil or the internal battle that you're going through, and that's okay. Even if it's uncomfortable and scary to shift and pivot, do it anyway, right? Like, I'm literally walking around or going to buildings and like handing out flyers for an idea that I can't take credit for, but that God gave me. I feel like, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Like, all right, I'm not just thinking of this stuff out of nowhere. Like, I think it is a part of me shifting courses, even if this idea doesn't, you know, stick or be a part of like the main thing that I'm doing. It takes trying different things. So with that being said, thank you for watching this short video, and, you know, let me know if this is relatable for anyone.